Hey, what's up guys? Houston here. Look, are you trying to get in with PenFed? Now, I know a lot of people talk about PenFed loans here, right? But I'm going to tell you something. All right, let's check out these loans. And they have very good interest rates on the loan. Of course, with their loans and stuff like that, as you can see, up to 50,000. But here's the thing about it. I always tell you guys, and look at the interest rate at 7.99. So that's great, right? But one of the things I always tell you guys is that instead of going for a personal loan from PenFed, here's two options that I would tell you to do. One, I just found out, is personal line of credit. That sucks. That really sucks. And the reason is because with the personal line of credit, you can actually borrow the money, use the money, pay it down and pay it back, right? I like to be able to always have access to my money. And whenever you get like a loan and stuff, once you borrow the money and pay it back, then you have to reapply for it. You can't just go back and grab that money. And so that's the reason I tell you guys to look for financial institutions that offer large lines of credit. And I got a couple financial institutions that offer you up to 100,000, and we're going to talk about that. But one cool thing that PenFed does offer that I really like is in terms of their credit cards, all right? Now, most people, when they talk about the credit cards, they're always talking about going for like these rewards cards. Like I said, you want to always keep your money. So the best credit card that PenFed offers is this Gold Visa, because there's no interest on balance transfers and purchases for 15 months. So you're borrowing dollar for dollar. So this is the best credit card, especially if you're trying to get ahead, you're trying to get out of debt. Now, the reason that I like this here credit card, again, like you can set your card up on plastic and you can pay all of your bills with this here card, right? Now, plastic do charge a fee for that. However, sometimes like your utilities and stuff like that, what you could do, like your utility bills and stuff, I would tell you, say that you was able to get a 10,000 card like this, 0% interest, right? What I would do, I would call up my utility companies, and this is what I actually do. I call up my light bill, my water bill, my electric bill, and I'll ask them, hey, how much of my utilities did I use last year up to this point? And they'll give you an average. So what I'll do then, I would pay an extra 100 or 150. But the way I'll do it, I'll use this here card. Okay? I'll use this here card. Plus, I'll pay my car insurance up for the whole year, because if you don't pay your car insurance up for the whole year, most people are not aware they charge you an extra finance fee for that. So the thing about it, being able to get a credit card with 0% interest and pay your light bill up for the whole year, your gas bill up for the whole year, your car insurance up for the whole year, you can even pay your subscriptions. Have this here set up to where your subscriptions are paid up as well, right? So again, you're just paying back. You're minimizing all of your other bills. You're taking all the if, ands, and buts out of the equation. Now, even like with your car, some of your plastic is the one that you would have to go through to actually pay your car note. So, but again, even though plastic charges a fee, the thing about it is you being able to pay your car note at 0% interest on money borrowed, plus the little fee that plastic charges on top of that. The thing about now, you done covered all of that, and using this credit card as often as possible to buy your food, you buy your, like if you're buying gas and stuff like that, using this here one credit card, using it like a line of credit, since they've gotten rid of the line of credit, use this here card here. Now, that being said, since they don't offer a line of credit, what you want to do is, let's go to some of these other ones. Let's go to Andrews, right? Andrews Federal Credit Union. They offer personal loans and lines of credit. Again, their personal signature loans is up to $50,000, but we want to pass over that. Now, here's the thing about it. People get bothered when I tell them don't go for a personal loan, go for a line of credit, because the line of credit, again, the interest rate may be higher, but at the same time, you still have access to your money. So just say you needed a new car, right? They give you $50, right? You take that $50,000, you go buy you a $30,000 car. Now you're paying that $30,000 back to that line of credit that you can use again. But if you take a car loan or a personal loan and buy that car, then you just have that car and you're paying that loan back, but you don't have access to that money no more. So that's the reason I'm telling you guys, you want to go to places like this and get their personal lines of credit. And again, like I said, with PenFed, they was offering personal lines of credit up to $50,000. That's gone. They do offer the home equity line of credit, but not the personal line of credit. But so that's the reason I'm telling you guys this. So with that $50,000 line of credit from Andrews, they're more likely going to pull your Equifax on the loan. Usually on the credit card, they may pull your TransUnion, but on the loans, they're going to pull your Equifax. Now, the way to join them is through the American Consumer Council is where you want to join them, okay? So that's one. Number two is Regions Bank. PenFed, Andrews, those are tier 3 funding institutions, which I talk about in another video. I put a link below explaining why you want to have access to these. These institutions are better than the banks because they give you access to more capital and they're much more flexible on credit scores and stuff like that. All right. Now, Regions is a tier 2. Okay. So they being a tier 2, again, you have a little more flexibility than the line, but again, it's just a regional aspect of it. However, if you look at it, their lines of credit, the minimum starts at $500, the maximum goes up to $50,000. Okay, and this is with Regions. So their TransUnion FICO 8. All right. So if you're close to a Regions Bank and you were looking for a line of credit, this is where you want to go to. Of course, they offer the credit cards also in terms of like the personal credit cards. Looking at the credit cards, so let's compare these credit cards. All right. So looking at these credit cards, as you can see, they offer 0% interest for 12 months. Okay. But again, like I said, getting one of these here credit cards from them is even better because again, you're only paying money on the money you actually borrow. So using it like a line of credit also. And like with a PenFed as well as Andrews, you may be able to double dip, meaning that you can apply for their line of credit plus use the same inquiry to apply for their credit card. So that's another thing you may want to consider as well. Now, the next one is Alliant. Here, they're offering up to $100,000 off of the loans. They don't offer the lines of credit, but their TransUnion pull on the credit cards, but the Equifax on the loans. Okay. Now, somebody using Alliant that's watching this video, put a comment below. Have you gotten their personal line of credit? Let me know. Also, guys, since you're watching the video, I appreciate it if you take the time, just a few seconds, just 2-3 seconds to like the video. Leave me a comment if I'm doing a good job because I'm trying to find all the data points to help you guys to get the maximum amount of funding. So that's the reason that I'm doing this, right? But as you can see here on their personal loans, they go anywhere from 1,000 up to 100,000. All right, but that's a personal loan. So we don't want, again, to go for the personal loan. What we want to do is see, okay, if they offer 0% interest credit card. So if they don't offer the loan, what is their 0% interest credit card? Now they do offer this platinum, okay, 0% interest. All right. Now, so this 0% interest is just for 12 months. So you would have to use this credit card like a line of credit. And again, like I said on the credit cards, it's going to pull TransUnion 8 on that. All right. Here's one that I'm really excited about. And this is Connecta Credit Union, right? And as you can see here, their personal line of credit, They go from 1,000 up to 100. This is the type of money you want. And like I said, you can see here that their interest rate is 12.24, right? And their personal loans is 9. So you have like pretty much about a 3.25% difference in the two. However, you still have access to your money. Now with Connectus, usually pulling from experience, and you can double dip on this. So not only you can apply for that line of credit, but you also can apply for that credit card. Now it's soft pull, but they do use check systems. Okay, so they do use check system, but they do have a pre-approval process that you can go through to see what you're actually qualified for. All right, now the way to join them is through the Innovate Society, which is like $10 in order to join them on this. All right, but let's look at their credit cards so we can know in terms of if they offer any 0% credit cards. So in terms of their master credit cards, the credit card that would deal with most of the time, like with interest rates and stuff like that, would be the low interest rate credit card. However, again, with this low interest rate credit card, it's not 0%, it's 2 point on balance transfer. I wish they did offer it as a 0%. That would definitely be worth it, you know. But at the same time, they do offer that line of credit. So now you know that, hey, and you can use that hard inquiry, again, from experience to get the credit card and the line of credit as well. All right. Now, there's one other institution, okay, and this is a Fifth Third Bank. All right. They're talking about their personal loans and lines of credit. So they offer the signature loans, okay? And so in terms of the signature loans amount go up to $50,000, all right? Then they have secured loans as well, but again, we're not focusing on that. We want the unsecured lines of credit. So again, here you go. Their unsecured lines of credit go from $5,000 up to $100,000. This is what we actually want. Now, they're TransUnion FICO 8 as well. And again, Fifth Third is a regional bank. And since they are a regional bank, they are a tier bank, all right? Now, going back to Connectus, they are a credit union, so they are tier 3 financial institution, all right? So those are your best. There are plenty other credit unions and banks, but I was trying to find the ones that would probably be the most easiest in order to get the maximum amount of funding for the line of credit. Like I said, since PenFed has discontinued their line of credit, the best way to be able to leverage them is with their gold credit card, with their gold master credit card, to be able to use that 0% for 15 months. All right. Now, if you have any other questions about business credit funding, personal credit funding, click the link in the description. Schedule a one-on-one consultation. Thank you.